What's up, fellow fans of MTG, or Magic the Gathering? I've got a really dusty, crusty looking box here, 5th edition, that surely came out of somebody's storage locker or basement. It doesn't look to be really in collected condition, to be honest with you. It's pretty gnarly. Now, it's probably, how old would this be? Maybe 15 years old? So, let's see if it tells us. We know it's old because it says, okay, 1997. Wow. Yeah, this would have been probably just when I started to back off Magic a little bit. Yeah, all right, well, let's open it up. Ugh, hopefully there's no SARS or what would have been big in the late 90s? Y2K. Hopefully this box is Y2K compliant. Oh my goodness. It's hard to describe. Like, look at this. Look how old these packs are. I never would have been able to afford an entire booster box back then. I mean, I would literally buy like one pack a week. It's even marked right on there, $2.95. Look at the art. Oh, look at the pack. Just falls apart. Maybe I should at least save one of these. Maybe I'll save a couple. I don't know. Let's see here. Let's zoom her on in so you can share the sweet art with me. I'm going to try to determine where the rare is. It's usually like the 3rd or 4th card, I thought, back in the day. But Disintegrate. These are some old fun cards. Mind Stab, Thrall, War Mammoth, Shatter, Ishtian Scout, Weakness. Enchanted creature gets -2/-1. That's fun. Conquer, gain control of enchanted land. Whirling Dervish, Justice. And reverse damage. Man, that card was fun. I wonder, is there anything like that out anymore? That was so awesome. It's like, oh, take 10. No, you take 10. Maybe we'll get a Nightmare. Honestly, like around this time, my favorite cards were, and you know what? I never had anything that was, I never had any of the crazy ones. Like, I think I might have had one Nightmare, but I'm sure I got Sharked. Stream of Life, Orcish Farmer, Drudge Skeletons, classic. Stone Rain. And we'll get through, like, maybe we'll just open up like a third of this, so they're not too long and boring. Unstable Mutation, Torture. Even back then, counters, baby. Crumble, Castle, Felden's Cane, and Smoke. I'll go outside and do that after this. But anyway, so I always wanted, I think I had a Nightmare once. I definitely had a Royal Assassin at one point. And it's funny because, like, when I got back in like M12, the first rare I got was a Royal Assassin. I was like, oh, this is so awesome. Then I opened up like 4 more of them. Flare, Updraft, Dwarven Soldier, Pearled Unicorn, Fire Breathing, Urza's Tower, baby. Add 1 colorless mana to your mana pool if you control Urza's Mine, Urza's Power Plant, and Urza's Tower. Add 3 colorless. Oh, I definitely still played then. I definitely played with the Urzas. So I was still playing around here because I remember the Urza lands. Aladdin's Ring. I wonder if the last card's the rare. It must be. 8. And tap Aladdin's Ring, deals 4 damage to target creature or player. Holy cats. Pay 8 to do 4 damage? Oh, the 90s. 90s Magic was so difficult. Ugh. Alright, Brothers of Fire. I'm going to just try to narrate, keep it like fresh and interesting. You can pause any time to look at these cards, hopefully. Look at some of this old artwork. Is this crazy? Nature's Lore, Memory Lapse, Urza's Power Plant. The Brute. That's what I look like without a shirt on, actually. Not so much the muscles, but the lightning bolts. Yeah. Twiddle! Oh, Twiddle. Animate Dead. Havenwood Battleground. That's a pretty fun little card. And Pox. Look at that artwork. How cool is that? Each player loses 1/3 of his or her life, then chooses and discards 1/3 of his or her hand, then sacrifices 1/3 of his or her creatures he controls, then sacrifices 1/3 of his lands. Oh boy. That was crazy. Wow, these packs are kind of like gnarled up. Kind of forgetting, trying to like take it all into a like respect the moment kind of thing, because I don't know, like Urza's Mine, Bog Rats. I played with those. Touch of Death, Nature's Lore, Breeding Pit, good old Fountain of Youth, and an Elder Druid. Pay 3, tap or untap artifact, creature, land. You know, not to get all sappy or anything, but it's crazy. I mean, really, the whole reason I started doing these YouTube videos is because I was like, you know, coming back into Magic now as a quote-unquote adult. I should really just say, like, employed. It's just different. There's a flying zebra. That's very common. Brainwash. Even the feel of these cards are so, like, they're not even glossy. Murk Dwellers. Chub Toad. Oh, Terror. I always played with this. 2-drop. Bury target non-artifact, non-black creature. Look at this guy. Oh, Healing Salve, Phantom Monster. Hey, look at that. Now I know the last card's definitely the rare. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 packs in, and I got a Nightmare. Rawr. Look at how cool that art is. And now put yourself in 1999 too. Like that. Oh, I'm pumped. That made the whole box for me. Well, there's really nothing in 5th edition that's like worth. You know, I'm not gonna have any of those crazy like foil Jace pulls. You know, but this is more just for fun because it just brings you back a little bit. Shrink. Brings you back to a time when Magic was not as complicated and when it was still so new. Oh, Fallen Angel. I used to play with her a lot. This must be like uncommons in the back and then your rare. Because I used to play with her, and imagine that. It's a 5-drop for a 3/3 flyer, but you sacrifice a creature and it gets 2/1, but only till end of turn. You know, if you look at like Lotleth Troll, it gets a 1/1 forever every time you sacrifice a creature. Iron Star. Winds of Change. Each player shuffles his or her hand into their library, then draws a new hand of as many cards as they had before. So, yeah, it was really about like, man, when I was a kid, well, let's see, I would have only been, I would have been like 15, 16. First of all, it was weird because you just couldn't, people forget, like you just couldn't go buy a box. A lot of times places just, they wouldn't sell you the whole box because they wanted to have it. Touch of Death, Regeneration. Look at that art. Tundra Wolves. How cool is that? Paralyze. I mean, the art's just so different now. Ice Flow. And our rare is the Drain Power. Target player draws all mana from all lands he or she controls. Put all mana from that player's mana pool into yours. All right. I'll take it. So I'm really trying to decide, should I like part this out into like part 1, part 2, part 3. I think I should, just so it's not like a 45-minute video. So I think that's what we'll do. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We'll open up 12 packs. All right, Urza's Tower. Fireball. I actually won my first tournament when I was a kid using Fireball. Basically, Fireball, Disintegrate, Lightning Bolts, and Dust to Dust. Remove target artifact, 2 target artifacts from the game. And our rare is Iron Claw Curse. Enchanted creature gets -0/-1 and cannot be assigned to block any creature with power greater than or equal to enchanted creature's toughness. So what do we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 packs open. So we got 3 left. What could we pull that would be really awesome? Siobhan Dragon would be kind of neat. Yeah, I think I'll do that. I'll break these up into 1/3 so you can kind of enjoy them without, you know, giving up your whole night, especially if there's not going to be like a monster pull. This is supposed to be meant to be a little bit like a blog, video blog. Drudge Skeletons, classic. That card just does work. Been around forever. Goblin Digging Team. Another Urza. Raise Dead. Return target creature card in your graveyard to your hand for only 1. It's not bad. Wall of Fire. Pumpable Wall. Walls were played a lot more back then. They really were. Here's Hurricane. Little green direct damage. Ruins of Troctair. And Broken Visage. Bury target non-artifact attacking creature and put a shadow token into play. Treat this token as a black creature with the same power and toughness as that attacking creature. At the end of the turn, bury that token. Interesting. Could this be our Siobhan Dragon? Oh, I feel it. I don't know. I'm trying to think about like rarity. I would think that probably Nightmares or like Siobhan Dragons are probably as rare as like Planeswalkers maybe. Fear. Classic Regenerate. Just so powerful when you think of it. A 2-drop enchantment, but then you just pay 1 to regenerate it. So awesome. Scathe Zombies. I don't know. I wonder if I save a 3rd and do a booster draft. Wall of Swords. This is kind of nice actually. For 4-drop, it's a 3/5 flying wall. Feedback. Uh-oh, I see a 2-drop. A 2-drop black. Could it be Soulnet? Pay 1, gain a life, uses ability only when a creature is put in the graveyard. Could it be? Oh. But it's a really cool rare, actually. I was hoping it was Royal Assassin. Bad Moon. 2-drop enchantment. All black creatures get +1/+1. Very playable, I think, if you play black. You know, back then, really, I think monocolor decks were, I mean, that was, you know, what people played. Oh, I played with Bloodlust in my deck for sure, too. I played with 4 of those. Just because, unlike, for example, in today's game, there's, what is it called? It's a 3-drop where it does +4, -4. So it's basically used as removal. This does, though, it does +4, -4 until end of turn, but if it reduces that creature's toughness to less than 1, that creature's toughness is 1. So if you're coming through unblocked, it's like, it's a 4/4. It's like a giant growth +1. If it's coming through unblocked, you're adding 4 on top of it, which is pretty nuts. Look at that art in Mind Ravel. Pretty hilarious. Zephyr Falcon. Urza's Tower. Saber-Tooth Tiger. Look at Brainstorm, huh? Just this old art is fun. Howl from Beyond. Target creature gets +X/+0 to end of turn. Pretty fun. Air Elemental. Oh, this is just fun. I hope you guys are enjoying this as much as I am. And this old artwork is just, it's from a different, I mean, it just seems like it's just so different. Pyrotechnics, I would play with this too, because you pay 5 for 4 damage. You can only play with so many fireballs. And we've got a time bomb. Look at the way that's cut even. It's cut weird. It's like off-centered. I suppose that was more common back in the day. During your upkeep, put a time counter on Time Bomb. Pay 1 and tap sacrifice Time Bomb. Time Bomb deals damage to each creature and player, an amount of damage equal to the number of time counters. It's actually a pretty neat little card. Alright, so we've concluded our first 12 packs of the 5th edition. We'll do part 2, and maybe in part 3 I'll do a booster draft. Maybe that's what I'll do. It's like I'll open, when it's something old like this, I'll open it and then I'll try to do like a booster draft and see how you guys like it. So let me know what you guys like in the comments down below, and if you guys like this kind of vintage unboxing stuff, take a second and crush that like button, tell a friend about the channel, and if you're new to it, make sure you subscribe. And if you like chatting about Magic, post up in the comments down below, because I try to respond to everybody, and I really enjoy doing these videos, and I thank you for watching.